So settling in and getting yourself comfortable for the meditation. Notice the posture of your body, your position, and settle into a position that is comfortable. That will support you being alert and aware. So it usually means the eyes closed. Although sometimes it may be preferable to sort of partially close the eyes and just sort of gaze towards a neutral spot. Make sure your shoulders are just relaxed and that your hands and arms are nice and loose, just resting comfortably. Just check in with your body overall. Notice how you're feeling at the present. You notice how you're feeling physically, but also how you're feeling emotionally. And if you need to, make any little adjustments to your body, to your position, so that you can sort of sit comfortably. And also notice if your mind is sort of producing thoughts. Maybe thoughts about what we're starting to do now, thoughts about what you're about to do, or maybe thoughts about other things, thoughts about things going on in your life, in your day, random thoughts. And thoughts may keep popping up, maybe continuously throughout the meditation, but that's okay. You just be aware of them and kind of let them be in the background. For now, what we'll do is scan through body sensations in different areas of the body. Maybe starting just with the left foot. So just notice that you have a foot and that you can feel it. Feel your left foot. You specifically feel the toes of your left foot. Notice if you can feel the big toe or the baby toe or the toes in between. If you can't feel your toes in your left foot at all, you could wiggle them for a few seconds. Move them a little bit and notice how that will allow you to feel them. And then feel sensations in the bottom of the left foot, the sole of the foot, the instep. And even feel into the heel of the foot. If your heel is resting against something, you might notice sensation of pressure against the heel. Or notice any sensations in the top of the left foot. So feeling your entire left foot just as a whole. From the inside of the foot, the sensations in the muscles and bones, feeling all the way up to the surface of the skin. So just really being connected with your left foot. And if you find that focusing on body parts sort of triggers thoughts about that body part, then just notice that those are thoughts. Or for that matter, if your mind gets distracted and sort of lost in thinking about something, at any point, just acknowledge that those are thoughts. Notice what they are, and then come back to your body. In this case, the left foot. But now take a few slower, deeper breaths. And as you breathe in, imagine that your breath is coming in your body, down and down through your body and leg into the left foot. And then breathing out from the left foot. Or if you prefer, you could imagine it as your energy or your attention moving into the foot when you breathe in, and then leaving it as you breathe out. And then letting your attention kind of dissolve from the left foot and bringing your focus to the lower part of the left leg, between the ankle and the knee, the area of the shin, and the front part of the lower leg, the area of the calf. Notice whatever you feel on the surface, perhaps in the muscles or even the bones, and particularly in the calf muscles, or just anything you might feel in that area. And then moving this attention up to the left knee. So just resting your attention there and feeling any sensations that might be there inside the knee, or perhaps around the kneecap or the back of the knee. Or if there's no sensations at all in the knee, then that's okay too. You can just be aware of the lack of sensation. And at the same time, be aware of thoughts that may keep popping up. And remember, you don't have to push the thoughts away. You don't have to do anything to them. You don't have to make your mind go blank. You can just sort of treat the thoughts like background noise and just allow them to come and go. Or if you notice you get lost in the thoughts, carried away in the thinking, when you notice that's happened, then just come back to your body. Moving this focus now to the left thigh. So the whole upper part of the left leg between the knee and the hip. Notice sensations on the front of the thigh. If your arm or your hand is resting against it, you might feel contact. Notice in the back of the thigh that there might be pressure or contact against whatever you're sitting on or resting on. Feeling the sensations on the surface all around the thigh, as well as in the muscles. And then letting this awareness kind of expand to now include your whole left leg. Now that we've scanned through all the different parts of it, just being aware of and feeling your left leg as a whole, from the hip to the toes. Notice where your leg is in space, where it's resting or what it's resting against, if there's any contact or pressure, or different sensations like temperature, or there might be unpleasant sensations if there's aching or soreness. Might be sensations in the muscles. There might be tingling or itching or pulsations, throbbing. Just notice all the various types of sensations in various locations throughout the left leg. And then take a few slower, deeper breaths, breathing into the left leg and breathing out from it. As you breathe into it, feeling it even more. And then letting go of the focus from the left leg and moving your attention over to the right foot. starting with the toes. Notice if you can feel individual toes, or maybe the toes touching each other, or your toes touching your sock or shoe. Any sensations of contact or pressure or temperature or whatever. Or if you can't feel the toes at all, you could wiggle them for a few seconds. And then feeling into the bottom part of the right foot, the entire sole of the foot. And moving to the heel, the back part of the foot. Notice if you feel any pressure where the right heel is perhaps resting against the floor or something else. And feeling anything might be there to be felt in the top of the right foot. And then letting this awareness open up to feel your entire right foot. Notice that you have a foot, and you can feel it. All sorts of sensations inside the foot and on the surface. And then take a few slower, deeper breaths. Imagine that you're breathing into the right foot and then breathing out from it. And then moving your focus to the right shin and calf area. So the lower leg between the ankle and the knee. Notice any sensations there on the surface or perhaps inside the muscles or bones. And then moving this focus up to the right knee, feeling right into the knee, or perhaps sensations from the kneecap or the back of the knee. And then feeling into the right thigh. So here there might be more in the way of obvious sensations. It's a larger area, large muscles with a lot of nerve endings. Notice sensations in the front of the thigh, both on the surface and inside the quadricep muscle. Or notice in the back of the thigh, sensations of contact or pressure, sensation in the hamstring muscle. And then expanding this awareness so that you are feeling your entire right leg, from the hip right to the tips of the toes. Just experiencing your right leg as it is. And again, if thoughts are coming up, just notice that as well. It's okay if thoughts pop up. You don't have to engage in them and you don't have to push them away. Or again, if you do get lost in thoughts at any point, just be aware of it and then come back to your body, in this case, to feeling the right leg. And then taking a few slower breaths and breathing into the right leg and breathing out from it. Imagine your breath filling your whole right leg all the way to the toes. And then imagine your breath coming back up your leg and out your nose again as you breathe out. And then moving your focus to the area of the pelvis. Sensations from the buttocks, the groin, the hips. Just feeling that whole pelvic area. If you're sitting, you might feel pressure where your sitting bones kind of press into the seat of the chair. And then feeling into your back. First, maybe feeling the lower back, noticing any sensations there or any tension there. Feeling sensations in the middle and upper parts of your back as well. You might feel contact of certain places in your back against the back of your chair or whatever you're resting on. Notice if you can sort of feel movement going along with your breath in the area of your upper back. And then moving your attention from your back around to your abdomen, just to the belly. Notice if you feel movement of the abdomen, usually expanding outward a little bit when you breathe in. Or notice whatever you feel on the surface of the abdomen, the muscles underneath. Notice sensations from inside the abdomen. There might be sensations from your stomach, intestines, or from your bladder or other organs. There's a lot inside the abdomen we don't usually think about and probably don't usually feel, like our liver and kidneys and spleen and pancreas. Just aware of whatever you feel inside and on the surface of your abdomen. And then taking a few slower, deeper breaths. And imagine that you're breathing into your belly, into your abdomen, feeling it expand when you breathe in. And then letting it relax as you breathe out. And then shifting this attention, just breathing naturally again and shifting attention to the chest. Notice if you feel your chest moving as you breathe, or notice any sensations on the surface of the chest, or you might feel sensations inside your chest, perhaps sensations of your heart beating, or sensations from the lungs inflating. And then taking a couple of slower, deeper breaths. As you breathe in, feel the chest expand and the lungs inflate. And then feel it all kind of deflating as you exhale. And then moving your focus from here, shifting now over to your hands. We'll do both hands at the same time. So feeling first your fingers, maybe sensations of the fingertips, or all over on the surface of the fingers, and also inside the fingers. Noticing that you can, even without moving them, you can probably feel the position your fingers are in, or notice any contact, other sensations in them. There's a lot of nerve endings in the fingers, so you might notice that you can feel them much more easily than other body parts. And then also feeling the palms and the backs of your hands and your wrists. So feeling both your hands fully as they are right now. And then taking a few slower, deeper breaths, and imagine that you're breathing into your hands and then breathing out from them. And then letting go here and moving your focus to the lower part of the arms, the forearms, from the wrist to the elbow. Feeling both the left and the right forearms and left and right elbow. And then feeling the upper parts of the arms, right up to your shoulders. And then moving attention to your neck. Notice sensations on the surface, sensations from the skin on the surface of the neck, all around it, in the front and the back of the neck, the sides. Notice sensations in the muscles of the neck. Especially notice if there's any tension. Maybe you might feel sensations deeper inside the neck, like perhaps from inside your throat. And then let's move our focus up to the face, starting with just feeling your chin and lower jaw. Notice if there's any tension in the jaw. And then feeling your mouth, feeling the sensations from your cheeks, both on the outside and inside. Feeling your lips, your tongue, the whole inside of the mouth. And feeling next up to your nose, sensations on the surface of the nose or inside the nose in the nostrils. You might feel sensations of the air flowing in and out if you're breathing through your nose. If you're able to breathe through your nose, notice any temperature difference of the air when it's moving in and when it's moving out. Usually it'll be a bit cooler when it's moving in. Or if you're not able to breathe through your nose and you're breathing through your mouth, you might feel the same thing in terms of temperature of the air moving in and out of the mouth. And then feeling your eyes. Notice sensations from the eyes themselves, the eyelids, the whole area around the eyes. Maybe notice how even if your eyes are closed, you can probably detect some light, maybe even color or shapes. And feeling into the forehead, right across to the temples. Especially notice if there's any tension in the forehead. And then feeling your ears. Notice just any physical sensations from the ears. And then also notice how your ears are taking in sounds. Notice that you're hearing. And then shifting your attention to the very top of your head and around to the back, and feeling any sensations from your skull or scalp or hair. And then expanding this awareness to feel your entire head and face. And then even expanding more to include your whole body. So now for the last minute or so of the meditation, just resting in an open awareness of your entire body from head to toe. Just being with your body, including the sensation of breathing, until you hear the bell ring. And even then, notice the sound of the bell and your experiences after that. And notice also thoughts that may start coming up, or maybe are already coming up. Or even notice throughout the rest of the meeting. See if you can sort of watch for that inner commentary, those background thoughts